episode of the C8 Chronicles. Today is a significant day. We finally have chosen a path for the new future of the Corvette and where I'm going to take it performance-wise based off of several iterations of driving other people's boosted Corvettes, checking out supercharger versus turbocharger. So what do you think? What do you think it's going to be?
T66 turbos.
Some of you may have guessed, I'm decided to do a twin turbo setup on my C8. There's two different kits you can buy, and the shops that install these kits usually pull more towards one, and then the other one has been a company for a long time. So Extreme Turbo Systems, there's a lot of companies like Sissio Performance and others that have used the Extreme Turbo System. I believe that the ETS systems are on the fastest quarter mile time for twin turbo Corvette C8. There have been proven and known. And then there's Huron Speed. Huron Speed has been around much longer. They have made F-body kits for Camaros and Firebirds. That's how I've heard about them. And this was a long time ago. Their setup, I believe, is a little bit nicer than the ETS system. The welds are a little bit nicer. I like the design a little bit better. There's some heat shielding where the ETS system doesn't have any. And then they use different turbos. They use oilless turbos, which are grease turbos. So that's a little bit different. That's new to me. But I have purchased the Huron Speed kit. So today we're going to go meet up with some friends at FSI Racing, which are highly recommended in my area through a couple of mutual friends that have used them before. And we're going to talk to them about what they're going to do to the Corvette, and I have actually bought the system and they have it there, so we're going to check it out in person and see what we see. All right, here at FSI Racing. Is this all stuff that you guys got in the mail?
This is for yours, and we got a couple other boxes over here.
Okay, sweet. So this is all part of the Huron Speed kit for C8.
This is turbos for sure.
Oh, nice. So I don't have really any experience with the oilless turbos. This is all kind of new to me. But from what I've researched, they seem to be good setups.
Yeah, I was doing some reading on them, and they say they only need oil every 3,000 miles.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Probably every time it's due for an oil change or a little bit more. Okay, here's our first view into these bad boys. So these are specific to comp turbos, apparently, which among the oilless brands, these seem to be one of the better ones from what I have researched. I'm so used to turbo choices like Precision and other ones. But for oilless turbos, these are one of the better ones that to spend money on, apparently. Oh yeah. Oh, Turbski number one. So specific choices on these turbos. There were a couple different options, and the potential power wise for all of these ranged quite a bit. These ones are the smallest ones they offered, and you know, you can look at it like, well, they don't give you a lot of potential. Well, these literally will go up to past 11 to 1200 wheel horsepower, which is not the power goal for this car at all. I don't want to turn it into the Camaro. I don't want another problem child that I am constantly having to worry about. So the smaller ones, they're more limited on top end power, but they still make more than enough, and they spool faster. That's the biggest thing. So I won't have really any lag with a pair of them. But I'm talking about reliability. Really what it comes down to, you know, we rode in my friend Nate's Corvette, which, look, I have no doubt that when that thing is running, it is a beast. No different than when the Camaro is running properly. It is crazy fast. But you know, Nate had all kinds of issues with his Corvette and getting it running right, and look, we all know how much of a pain it's been to get the Camaro running right as well. So I don't want that. I want to keep this as safe and reliable as possible. So that's really the goal here. So probably asking, how far am I going with this? You can put a basic kit like this on and minimal tuning with the factory motor and the factory fuel system and make safely 600 to 650 wheel horsepower. I'd like to make a little bit more than that. The problem with that is, to keep it safe, you've got to up the fuel system then, and if you want to push it just a pinch beyond that, or really even just beyond that at all, it'd probably be a little bit safer to build the motor just lightly. So I don't want to dig into the motor big time, but I do want to make things safe. So I'm going to get a set of pistons and a bigger fuel system for it, and then total goal for the car power wise, I don't know. I've been told that setup should make 800 wheel safe. You know, a lot of it's just going to be to see what we're on the dyno and where we're at with everything. I know you had to take a phone call there, but I was just talking about, you know, where the eventual goal for this is going to be power wise. You know, realistically, it's whatever it's going to be safe, right? Like I've been told the fuel system and the pistons with the valve train upgrades that we're getting should support 800 wheel safely. Yeah. And that's coming from another buddy of mine who works for Lingenfelder, and you know, they do supercharged setups, but he knows this car well and these systems, and he's assuring me that should be about the safe limit. But it's probably just going to be whatever you guys see on the dyno too. You know, if you're seeing things are getting a little unsafe past 750 at the wheel, you know, we can leave it there too.
I think being that, you know, we're going to be running an air to water setup and stuff, it should that'll help keep it a lot safer as well.
Perfect. And the other thing is too, you know, I'm trying to make this easy to drive too. So that's all on pump gas.
Yep.
No E85 tuning, which I'm sure we could push things a little further with that. But
oh yeah, you'll have plenty of fuel. You should have plenty of fuel system and stuff. Things look like a pretty nice piece, man.
Yeah, that looks pretty solid. I don't know nice. Where you greased it. Oh, I guess there. It's got a little grease spot right on there. Just stick a little grease gun to it and give her probably a very overpriced set of grease. But and that doesn't look too bad though. It looks pretty successful. I just put that thing up on a lift and have at her.
Be pretty nice to not have to worry about running oil lines or water lines or anything. That's pretty awesome.
So when it comes to the tuning and stuff, so this will be your guys' first C8 project, right?
Yep. Yeah. As far as tuning wise goes, yeah.
Okay.
But we did some headers on a C8 a while back. That was before they were unlocked.
Okay.
So I'm not scared of it.
So normally for people out there, just so you know, I personally would generally not recommend like, hey, have you done this before? No. Okay, great. I'm going to trust you with my car. However, you got to understand, I've known these guys for a bit. I've got friends of these guys. I've got guys in the performance industry that are huge names that recommend these guys, and that's why I'm trusting them with my C8 to get this done. And the big thing is too, you know, if I go one of the big name shops, you know, they can...
That's your water tank there.
Oh, sweet.
Yep, that's what that is.
And that'll go in the front, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. I think it'll still allow me to have some front space, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah, I won't consume all of it. There's the water portion of the intercooling. I've never had a water intercooler before, so this is new to me. Get back on what I was saying though. Yeah, these guys know what they're doing, and it's nice that they're local. They're only about 35 minutes away from my house, so if I got any like little issues down the road or whatever, I'm sure I can just bring it back and you guys can help me out, versus like, well, now I got to figure out how to get the car across state, and if they're going to deal with me, or if they're going to even take my phone call after 100 more they get a day. It's nice having a little shop that really cares and prides themselves in the work they do, versus a big number shop that just wanting to get in and get out and do volume. So sometimes it is the little guys that can do the better work on it. So that's what we're going to do with this. All right, well, appreciate you guys taking the time to walk me through all the turbo goodies that I have. So we'll work on a time frame and everything, working it out. But I don't know. I know you guys don't have any direct experience, but what do you think, like horsepower wise, to be safe with what I have is? We're just going to see what it's going to be.
What is the fuel system plans again?
Yeah, he wants to keep it on 93, but it's going to be an air water, all that good stuff.
I mean, as in pumps and stuff.
Oh, he's getting the Lingenfelder bigger pumps and injectors and stuff.
Yeah, with the camshaft that should boost the fuel system too.
Was it 35% load?
32 at least, I would imagine.
They got a low side deal too.
That I don't know. I know the camshaft supports the fuel system. I think it's part of the way, and the pumps is the other part.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure.
I mean, yeah, I think 700 is pretty easy.
Yeah.
Biggest thing is being a 93. You don't want to push it too far.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it'll make whatever it makes safely.
I mean, I don't think it's going to take a whole lot of boost to get it there.
No. I don't think so either. I forget what the... I forget. I used to have all this memorized, and I've kind of forgotten. I want to say, like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 pounds to get you to like 600 easy, and then like you're talking like 6 or 7, you're at near 700 or whatever.
Yeah, 'cause I mean,
turbos aren't going to be a limp factor. The piston should keep it safe, and the fuel system should support 900-ish.
Yeah.
I think I forget what the next weakest link is. I don't know if it's the rods or what, but yeah, I don't want to.
Are we not doing rods, just pistons?
No, Sean says the rods should be good for well over 800 and some, and I don't want to necessarily go over 800 and some.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like,
No, I'm sure they are. It's kind of one of those things.
right.
It's like,
And we talked about that too, and I spoke with my buddy at Lingenfelder, and he was saying, he's like, look, you can do it. It's like, but it's really not needed. It's just extra cost to it. Like you're for your goals, it's going to be more than safe where you're at. So.
yeah. Do you think you'll stop there? Or do you think you'll eventually be like,
No, and that's what I was talking about earlier. I'm like, the big thing with this is I just want it reliable. It needs a few hundred more horsepower to the tire to be where I'm going to be happy with it. But I do not want it to turn into a project on jack stands or something. I'm always having to deal with, a buddy of mine had gone all out with his Corvette, similar to how I have with my Camaro, and the thing was always broke, always throwing check engine lights, always not running right. And I'm like, no, if I can keep those turbos greased, oil change and that, and hit the start button, like, I'm gonna be happy. Like that's what I want with it. I don't want to keep pushing it. Appreciate you guys going over stuff with me today.
Oh, buddy, absolutely.
Yeah, man.
I'm excited.
Looking forward to it.